A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to HJN Season 3. And so, for today, since I'm probably going to have plenty of things to keep busy with other than production of my content, these days especially, I'm going to be doing some more of the episodes that are in relevance to having multiple topics talked about at once. If you remember when I talked about numbers 1307 to 1311 with 5 pairs of shoes I've owned, well, that was the first time I've ever done that. But now I'm going to be doing some more of them. Today I'm going to have 3 subjects talked about at once, so slightly shorter than those. And then of course, I do have yet to come up with a name for these. I do have marathon sessions with HGN episodes. So now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing what I'm referring to as a combiner episode, where I combine several topics into one HGN video. So combiner it is, and for today is where I talk about numbers 1325 to 1327, Flurries, Analytics, and Normalcy. So, in the best way I can talk about these 3 things possible, starting with Flurries, for number 1325, they're pretty much a winter phenomenon, nonetheless. But there's not really a whole lot I can mention about that, so I'm just going to skip to Analytics. When talking about various things that happen on YouTube or other sorts of social media out there, there's times where you can have access to certain features that will allow you to check in on how your followers or subscribers or other such synonymous term interact with your content, your channel, your account, anything that you could possibly have. No matter what channel it is that you have on YouTube or account you might have, social media wise, you can definitely expect people of all sorts to engage with your content in many different ways, and a good majority of which might actually be some of your biggest fans. So I feel like that just puts out Analytics in a nice, big, hopeful way. And finally, we're going to have Normalcy for number 1327. Because it actually is about time that we do get back to something like this. Right here in mid-June 2022, it's time to talk a bit about this, especially in conjunction to the many events that have supposedly happened. We've gone through a lot, and we've had a lot to deal with over the past several years. But it supposedly is going to be time for another era in history to begin. As we move into the future, lots of things are expected to take place. This is what we're going to know from now on as the new normalcy. And so, a lot of people who might want to try and go back to normalcy that happened years ago, that may never truly happen. We've been scarred from how many events since 2019? And we all know exactly what happened then that caused a whole domino effect of events to fall. And history itself has definitely been written like a ginormous novel since then. Even to this day, there's still so many events that are being documented left and right and brought upon as the next viral subject on the web or anywhere else. But that's only because it's important nowadays. People have a lot of sensitive topics to talk about. And there's a good chance that explosive outrage could take place on Twitter especially. Some people might call it the most toxic thing to ever happen on the internet, and I myself have seen just how bad that stuff could possibly get. Nonetheless though, I'm still going to remain hopeful. Yet I'm always going to have confidence on me. After going through so much, it's about time that this year and onwards, we're only bound to have more stuff happen that's good in our lives. We might have a ton of bad stuff to worry about from now on, but that's only because. How can we change reality as it is? I'm just one person versus billions that live on this planet. So I feel like that just concludes all three of those pieces. And with that in mind, I feel like that should conclude this episode. 3 subjects wrapped up all into one video. And I'm certainly going to have more of these kind of episodes, especially when it comes to having all this content put together. My new schedule and routine, they've definitely been holding me back, very much so. And I feel like that with all the work I might have to do in the past, compared to how much work I might have to do these days, it's certainly not quite an endeavor I'd be willing to take on, but it's just what I have to do now. So if you want to see more, go down on my channel to make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.